Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. As we continue diving into the tutorials, today we're going to look at Microsoft PowerPoint. We normally use this for presentation in one way or the other. In today's world, you'll be required to present, maybe say your ideas, share your research, or give a speech form of presentation. Now, in all the different jobs that you're pursuing, or in all the careers that you're pursuing at one point of life, you'll be required to do a presentation. Here is how you can, this is what you're going to use. You can use Microsoft PowerPoint to make life easier. You can go there and search PowerPoint. Now, today we're only just going to look about the introduction to PowerPoint. Now, there are very many things, the features that you can use in PowerPoint. One, we have this, where the new slide, this is this where you can add new slides. Now, when you look at this, when you click on the new slide, you will see different forms of what? See different forms of presentation PowerPoint. Now, you can choose any slide that you want, but basically, in most cases, we use a table where you have the person for title and the one for adding the notes. Now, if you want to add a slide, you can come here, you add new slide. You can add a slide where it is title only, but in most cases, we add where there is title and content. Now, there you see, on clicking that, you add the whatever, the slides. You want to go and add more, yeah. That's why you see when I click on new slides, then the number of slides increase. Now, you can use, if you want to insert different things, for example, you want to put the heading here, you see when you click on that part becomes so active. Then you can type anything here, the title. Well, let's say that's the title. Then here you can add anything. You can use a table here in your presentation. You can use a pie chart in your presentation. Now you go to insert. If you want to make any, if you click on insert, you'll see where you can insert a table, you can insert a picture, screenshot photo, shapes, and all that you can use. You can insert text and what. Then you can come to design when you want to make your presentation so wonderful. You can use design for adding things, making your presentation looks wonderful. And then there is the transition, like when you have very many slides, you want a slide to move from one slide to the next, you can use transition. like this. You see, when I click on this, you see, and for it to be able, you will need to have some typing here. Now you can add animation. Now for your animation, you first select. You see, when I click on this, it plots. Now that is about the animation, and slideshow, can click on it to also show different slides. Now review, you can pass through and review your slides that you have created. Now let's look at something here. Go to home. There is layout, reset, all this. It helps you to come up with a very powerful presentation. Now you go to design. Then also in home, there are a lot of things that you can do. You can now when you come to view, you see at times when you're making your document, your presentation or your PowerPoint presentation, there are mistakes that you can make, but then there is also a simple way that you can change these mistakes within the shortest time. Assuming you have a lot of slides, you have very many slides and you want to introduce something in all of them, you can use what we call the slide master. Now the slide master, it's used to edit things, like when you want to change the font size in all the slides at once. You don't have to really go one by one from one slide to the rest. For example, if you want to introduce like a shape, you can click on the slide master, and then you want to insert something, let me say a shape, and you want it to appear in all the slides. For example, this oval shape, you want to insert it. You go to insert, you go to save, you go to there, then you go to save. Sorry. Now you bring it here, you tap on the save, and then you also come and click on the in the place where you want on the slide. Now when you look at this, it appears in all the slides. Whether you introduce a new slide, when I introduce a new slide, this sub will appear in all of them. Why? Because you have used a master slide. Now, basically today we are just introducing to Microsoft PowerPoint, and we shall look at the application in our next videos. Please watch, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye. See you in the next video. And now, before that, saving Microsoft PowerPoint presentation is just like saving the one for Word. You go to File, then you go to Save As. Since you're saving it for the first time, now you can go to this PC, and then if you want it to appear on document or desktop, you can choose. Now me, I'm going to save it on the desktop. Then now it appears. You can give a name to it. Let's say presentation 1 or Word, but you can save. Then you tap Microsoft. Then you click save, and your work is saved. Thank you for your support.